And David is out in the parking lot right now with car expert Dave Stahl. Hey, David, what are you guys talking about today?
We are talking with Dave Stahl, and we're talking about safety. And that's why I'm sitting inside a Chevy Trailblazer.
That's right. Remember the day when they used to close your door and you had this tracking system that the seat belt went running up across and around and grabbed you by the neck and put you in the seat?
Yeah.
Well, you know, we didn't like that. But yet we're still not getting people to put seat belts on.
Which is amazing, isn't it?
It's just insane. I mean, why would you not go out on the road without a seat belt? So now there's a new company called Click and Drive.
Right.
Garrison's here, and he's going to show you what they did with this Chevy Trailblazer. So, Garrison, it's all yours.
Sure. Basically, if you start up the car.
Start the car.
Right. Put your foot on the brake, as normal.
Foot on the brake.
And try and put your car into gear.
Okay.
Come on.
Doesn't work.
Can't do it.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Now put on your seatbelt.
Allow me.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Nothing.
I appreciate that.
I put that on there.
Oh, I'm hitting the microphone. Okay, there we go.
Now
all right, put it into gear.
Now put it into gear.
Wow.
It's seamless.
Magic.
Absolutely.
Right.
But you notice how seamless it is? It's not anything you have to fool around with.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose of this is to get you, the driver, to put your seatbelt on. And the nice thing about Click and Drive, it not only is it a safety feature, but imagine if somebody jumps in to steal your car. When's the last time you ever stole a car but you put your seatbelt on first? It isn't going to happen. They're not even going to think about it. The other thing, too, insurance companies are looking at it to help lower your rates.
How did you come up with this idea? What was the
There was an inventor in Oregon, and basically him and his wife were going back and forth on, hey, there's got to be a way, he was really bad about putting on a seatbelt.
Right.
And so he said, there's got to be a way to force me to put on my seatbelt.
So he basically self-imposed.
Exactly. So he spent about 2 years putting it together, figuring it out, how it works, how to get it to work with most vehicles, and he came up with Click and Drive. So it's only been out on the market since about October.
And I think I think it's a phenomenal program. In fact, they're even looking for installers here in San Diego. We'll throw the billboard, and they'll show numbers and everything. But the cool thing about it is it's also going to be integrated for passenger seats, back seats, and stick shift automobiles, which it's in the process right now. I just couldn't wait. I just told them we had to get it on air now because people need to start knowing about this. Because, especially if a police officer comes up to you and says you weren't wearing your seatbelt, to say, well, sir, I got Click and Drive. I couldn't even start my car without it. So it's a really good safety feature.
What if can you take it off while you're driving?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so that's the only,
well,
for that 16-year-old that doesn't want that seatbelt on. But once you put it on.
Sure, once you put it on, it's about getting initial safety.
Yeah.
And then if somebody has to be really blatant if they want to take it off.
Yeah.
But the other piece is it's also make sure that you're not then stuck. If there was an accident or something of that nature and it locks it, that would be a bad thing.
Right.
So for safety reasons,
more
more accidents, it's got to be able to come loose. So we're not locking it.
Let's talk money. How much to install this kind of thing?
You're probably talking a couple $100, just to have it installed.
Manufactured retail price is $399.
Oh, okay.
And so most places are doing it for about $250, $249 installed.
Okay.
And it's an easy installation. It doesn't tear up the vehicle. It doesn't avoid any of the warranties.
Correct. Right.
In fact, the manufacturers are looking at it because they like the idea. Because I mean, the old tracking mechanism was good, but it just wasn't efficient.
Now you mentioned it's just this seat for now, but
just right now it's for the driver's seat because you got to get through all the legal ramifications and the safety issues to be able to get this. And then once that's dialed in, then they can go to the passenger seats. And then they can go to a stick shift automobile as well. But my feeling is it's so seamless when you first, when you go to try to start and put it in gear, it's like there's something mechanically wrong. So if you know to put your seatbelt on, you're good to go.
And it's hard to believe people these days still don't do it. But most fatalities that we cover, the majority of fatalities, didn't have a seatbelt.
That's exactly right. So that's why these guys are pretty passionate about. They're locally here in San Diego. It's Click and Drive. What's the website?
ClickandDriveSafe.com.
So you can find all the information out there. You can put it on any of that, 1990 and newer?
Yeah, it's basically you need to be in an automatic car currently, that has a seatbelt light on your dash.
Okay, but and they're working on stick shift.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Stick shift and passenger cars.
So you'll be good to go, and then all the fleet vehicles are going to start seeing. You'll start seeing the rental vehicles. It's just all about safety. I want to keep you safe, David.
Thank you very much, and thanks for sharing this with us.
Absolutely.
Garrison, thanks for coming in.
No problem.
We'll be right back in just a moment. Stay with us.